greetings to all of you viewers of Equinoxe Television. Thank you so much for joining us on this edition of the news. Our major stories tonight: the number of divorce cases in Cameroon, especially in Douala, is said to be increasing geometrically. Earlier this week, over 100 cases of divorce are reported at the Ndokoti Court of First Instance alone. Why is marriage or family, which is the most important unit of the society, being negatively affected recently? We spoke with family counselors and sociologists. We will be telling you more in this edition of the news. And out of Cameroon, in Senegal, the new president Bassirou Diomaye Faye today presided over the country's Independence Day in total modesty. Meanwhile, in Taiwan, an earthquake leads to massive destruction of gigantic buildings and even loss of lives. Viewers, those are our major stories. Details when we come back. Welcome back, viewers. Thank you so much for your confidence. We just told you in the headlines that marriage counselors and also lawyers say gone are the days when young people were ready to stay in marriage for a long time. Today, cases of divorce are registered almost on a daily basis at various courts in Cameroon. This, according to some experts, is caused by social media influence, financial status, and going into marriage or marrying for wrong reasons. Our reporter Mala Glory spoke with some marriage counselors and put together this report for the news.
Just like in other courts in Cameroon, the increasing number of divorce cases at the Ndokoti High Court of First Instance in Douala has been attributed to several factors. Being materialistic, focusing on the financial status or physical appearance of the other, and when all this disappears, they see no reason for staying in marriage. Some experience domestic violence in their homes. Traditional leaders opine that the many divorce cases is due to the fact that some youths have neglected their culture when it comes to marriage, while parents no longer prepare their children, as was the case in the yesteryears. Traditionally, marriage involves two families, and there are rituals you carry out during such a traditional marriage, such as the young people drink from the same cup, and the family head make them to understand that once they drink from this cup, they can return the drink. Some of these youths lack marriage training from either their parents or in-laws. To limit this increasing number of divorce cases, marriage counselors advise that man should go back to its roots. They should respect the institution of marriage. Man today needs to understand the meaning of friendship, love, and they need time to know each other, say from 6 months and above. According to the family law system in Cameroon, husbands and wife can both initiate divorce proceedings. Courts will grant a divorce where there is mutual consent. Also, if one spouse has deserted the other for a period of 1 year, married life is broken down, or adultery has set in.
Now let's talk something else. Let's talk about the challenges or problems faced by the Cameroon Development Corporation, the CDC. The general manager has declared war against illegal occupants of state land at the Ombe Palm Plantation. Franklin Ngoninje vows to use the military and regain the lands from yet to be identified individuals he says are not above the law. Some builders and suspected conspirators arrested are being interrogated to identify the main authors. Innocent Aze has more.
Franklin Ngoninje, general manager of the Cameroon Development Corporation, promises to serve magma to opportunists who behind insecurity implanted by the Anglophone crisis illegally carved out portions of state land at the CDC Palm Plantation in Ombe for the construction of the houses, stressing no one, even him, is above the state property.
CDC workers could not come to the plantations, but certain persons with sinister motives had access to the plantations and realized their sinister projects. They destroyed before establishing. We too have to establish. So if it means destroying, it's a possible outcome.
It is a serious battle to recover the lands from men behind the mask. Destruction of boundary pillars and demarcation stakes announces the beginning of this war.
It is a fight for survival. The armed forces has been given clear directives to stand by CDC, to support CDC in this fight, to stand back on her feet. On our side, what we need is determination, and the resolve on the side of management is not compromisable.
The surprise visits of the CDC boss resulted to the arrest of some builders who were previously cautioned to stop construction works on one of these palm plantation sites.
The investigations are in good hands and persons behind it will be identified. The gendarmerie is the establishment that has the capacity to handle such investigations.
Investigation is ongoing to know the faces of individuals who fell down close to 500 palm trees on 3.5 hectares of land at the Ombe plantation for their selfish interest.
The gendarmerie, to the best of my knowledge, have not yet concluded their investigations. Let's wait and see what will come out of the gendarmerie investigation.
CDC workers who were found guilty of conniving for this act have been fired and some suspended.
Still talking about insecurity, we take you now to Ngaoundéré in the Adamawa region, where insecurity keeps gaining ground, with several persons being abducted for huge ransoms being asked, and some people have even been killed. The situation remains worrisome to security forces and the local authorities who are strategizing to neutralize individuals of this unlawful acts. It is on this note that the Cameroon Air Force military in Chabal simulated an operation to curb insecurity that was in the presence of the governor and other top officials. Lucy Diengu Ese has the details.
Cameroon is continually being faced by multi-phase of security challenge experienced in the northern region, from Boko Haram insurgency to armed robbery and now hostages. The Cameroonian army is strategizing to leave no stone unturned.
This mission is all about capturing the enemy forces, which recently have been doing bad actions in the zone of Chabal, the town of Ngaoundéré. Recently, some amount of people have been kidnapped, and so we have information on an area where we have to go and free some hostages.
To step up the fight against insecurity, the Air Force military in Cameroon carried out a simulation in Chabal and Ngaoundéré in the presence of the governor, Tagute Buka, and other authorities.
Correct. Après le tir, dégagement par la gauche et rappelez au point initial.
I'm really satisfied because this is all about air and ground integration. It's simple to say, very complicated to realize. It needs a lot of coordination, a lot of skills. We have to take care of safety and security.
The security forces, through the technical skills acquired, are prepared to face the attackers.
And my mission here is to ensure the security of the base, of the Air Force base Tronja and 2, and also to protect our French forces who will come with the hostages at our level. And also, secondly, to protect the zone which the helicopter will come and land to collect the hostages.
However, the joint operation between the land and Air Force military is a relief to the population of the northern region, who hope that this will go a long way to curb the growing rate of insecurity.
And now we talk something else. More than 300 experts from different fields who swore in at the Littoral Court of Appeal in Douala, that was on Wednesday,